it's Keesha Charles, and I'm with Charles Community Counseling Center, and this is Keesha's Corner. So today's message is really for all of my healthcare professionals, my colleagues, and when I say that, I mean clinical social workers, LPCs, LMFTs, even mental health techs, mental health nurses. If you work in the field of mental health, you all know it can be exhausting. It can be mentally draining. I am often asked, how do you cope? How do you deal with listening to people's problems all day long and not taking that in? What do you do for yourself? And so, normally I'm like, I'm good, but I had to really stop and think so I can advise others on what to do. And I realized I do manage a routine. Keeping a good routine is helpful. It keeps me focused. I do take breaks. If I feel myself feeling overwhelmed, or I just sat in a session and what was said was really overwhelming, it may have triggered some things within me. Depending on the weather, I'll go outside and take a walk. It can be a 15 to 20-minute walk that I may have between sessions. Definitely drinking plenty of water to keep myself hydrated, keep myself focused, because that fog will come in, that fatigue, or you've listened to one person after another, depending on how many you have during the day. It's draining. I don't know any other way to put it, but making sure I get plenty of rest. I have a time that I'm stopping no matter what. I'm going to sleep. I'm paying attention to my body. I'm paying attention to my mind. Trying to pay attention to my emotions and my thoughts, And when I feel like it is becoming too much, take a step back if I need to take a day off. And learning to be present in the moment. Because sometimes we can get so overwhelmed with all the things from our own issues, all the things we've listened to from someone else's past, and worried about the future. So we get so caught up in worried about past and future, we forget to be present in the moment. So these are helpful tips here, and that's just really just called mindfulness meditation. You see all these things about mindfulness now, mindfulness coloring books, mindfulness breathing. It's really learning to be present in the moment. That's all it is. It's being mindful of what you're doing when you're eating, being able to take the time to taste your food, the texture of it, what it feels like, and then also talking to someone. Sometimes I need that time to myself just to kind of refuel, because I can't pour from an empty cup. Then there's times I need to be around other people to get some energy from, just to talk and let loose and get my mind off of everything that has been put in during that day or that week. And then learning to slow down. I struggle with slowing down. Trust me. I usually got several different things going, but when I find myself back to paying attention to my mind, my emotions, my body, when I find myself getting overwhelmed because I got too many irons in the fire at one time, I'm like, okay, what really needs to be done right now and what can wait? So it's taking me, having to take a step back to slow down and reevaluate what's going on around me and within me. So maintaining that routine, taking care of myself, paying attention to myself, and being present in the moment, taking that time out just to reflect. Sometimes it's just a matter of what I can feeling that, taking those deep breaths and feeling that breath going down within me, taking that water, something as simple as the water, and feeling the water going down is taking me back to be present in the moment. So, and be flexible. Not everything's going to go as planned. Trust me, I had to learn that one because I have a slight OCD personality, if you learn from other video about personality disorders. So, but I like order and I like structure, so for me to be flexible, not just for myself, but others, and allowing others grace, but allowing myself grace as well. So it helps reduce my stress levels. So there's a variety of things. I talk to my clients about having this toolbox, and in your toolbox, you have all these different things that you need for different moments, and not everything fits every moment. So, but at the moment, if I'm paying attention to my thoughts or my mind, if I'm paying attention to my body, if I'm paying attention to my emotions, and I see what's going on, I know what tool to use at that moment. Sometimes it's a matter of taking a step back, being mindful, becoming present in the moment, and taking those deep breaths to reduce anxiety. Sometimes it's a matter of stepping away from everything altogether to go take that walk for 15 minutes or so. Sometimes it's a matter of having that person you can call to just vent to. They say every therapist should have a therapist. I learned that in grad school a long time ago. And I stress it even with my social workers that are under me and any other mental health professional. And like I said, this is not just for clinical social workers. It's not just for the therapists, the counselors, the LMFTs and whatnot. This is for anybody that works in the mental health profession. And I say that because even in the psych hospitals where I've worked at, those techs that are sitting there, they may not have that master's degree and sitting down doing the hour-long sessions, but that tech that's sitting there on that unit with that patient, guess who that patient's talking to when we've all gone home? That tech. That tech is also being that listening ear and taking a lot of this information in too. And they may not realize that they have a major impact on that person, that patient, but this is also a major impact on you. So I don't care where you're at in the chain, working in the mental health profession, please take care of yourself. So this is all my mental health professionals. I urge you to practice self-care. Take a break, take a step away. Don't work through your lunch breaks. I know sometimes we have to, but take your break. And when you're off, be off. Okay. Making sure you're drinking water, making sure you're eating right, making sure you talk to someone. There's nothing wrong with getting professional help. Sometimes it's easier talking to a stranger than it is talking to the ones closest to us. Being able to slow down, take a step back, and just breathe. Thank you. And I wish you all well. So just because Mental Health Month awareness went away in May, we're going to practice this all year round, because I know we have all these different holidays and things we celebrate and recognize for a week, a month, a day, or whatever, but we keep it going, practicing self-care, mental health awareness.